Alright, let's cut the theatrics and get down to business. Fucking hell. Camera crashed again, hang on. Camera crashed again, 1 second. Hang on. Camera crashed. There we go, we're back. Good. Yes, that's right. Yes, this is going to be exciting. Yeah, that's the disadvantage to putting up my setup so early, is that my camera likes to crash when I've been streaming for too long. Or when it's been on for too long. I don't know what does it, but it just randomly crashes sometimes. That's okay though. Oh, we are loading. We're loading. Hey yo, 2.8's here. All right. Whew. Again, I'm not gonna pull on the weapon banner, but I am gonna set the epitomized path, cause it's the law. Do not, again, folks, don't pull on weapon banners. They will ruin your life. Yeah, no, don't need that. Okay. There's our 600 primos for update maintenance. Load a little faster, thank you. Here's the new stuff in the shop. Oh yes, this new stuff. Look at all this artifact XP we're getting.
Once,
Yeah.
there was a glory.
Yeah, we get it. Battle Pass. I'm not gonna pull on this, but chart course. Shop. You're 5 Primo Gems off. Okay, whatever. First 10 pull. Didn't expect anything. Okay, that's even more disappointing than what I was expecting. Going. Alright, but we can use this Stardust to buy some more Fates. Just some standard pulls. Alright, oh well.
There.
Oh, right, we can do those. Okay, we can get some Prima Gems after all.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me. Into the wind. As one.
Alright. Let's try clean now, make sure. I mean, I do want her regardless of how her kit feels.
Dumpty Dumpty Go! Yeah. Woo! Hi! Sparks and flash! Woo!
She does feel pretty slow and clunky to use, but you know what, that's okay. Because funny explosion girl. Yeah, I like the way she plays. Well, okay, I'm not the biggest fan of the way she plays, but she's still cute enough that I'm going to pull for her regardless. Alright, now let's do another pull. 4-star. Boss champ. Hey, Hazel! Welcome home. I have nowhere near enough materials to level you up. Oh, you use those things. Cringe. Oh, so I guess the Golden Apple Archipelago doesn't start yet.
Since we first set foot on Inazuma. So many things have happened since then. Yeah, we've definitely made some progress on our journey. So, where should we go today? Huh? What's up? Hey! What the heck was that for? Doesn't want to talk, huh? All right, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Yes, I see.
Huh? So you don't have a vision after all? Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait. Even when you've got the right...
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kaedahara Kazuha? He carries a sword just like you. That's none of your business. Never mind. You don't look like you know anything anyway. I'm wasting my time.
guy's problem? Coming around here, waving that weird sword in our faces, and he didn't even apologize. Seems like a real nutcase. Well, one thing's for sure. No way are we telling him anything about Kazuha.
Very smart for once.
Hey! Don't be mean! I'm unsmart lots of the time!
Make sure my camera hasn't crashed. Good.
Anyway, just to be on the safe side. Oh? What kind of hunch? A special connection? Yeah. Maybe Anyway, there's no time to lose. Paimon heard that the Crux fleet is stocking up in Rito at the moment. Let's look for him.
Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy.
You're looking for Kazuha too, huh? Guess he must have done something impressive out. Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply. If it's because of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time. In fact, there are times when he doesn't even listen to the captain, but...
Oh, so...
I've heard bits and pieces. Is it really as big a deal as everyone's... Really? Wow. He was called away earlier by some people from the... I thought they'd come to arrest him at first. Turns out that...
Just a little while ago, this would have been completely unnecessary. Thank you! Guess what?
All right, then.
Hey, we were just there. Oops. I've been pinged. Nice. A friend of mine just got his headset in.
Oh? It's you.
Greetings. We were just discussing the repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, we invited Mr. Kaidahara here to extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful. The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name. Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan, I trust that you're already somewhat informed? In short, there was once a group of select bladesmiths who served the Shogun directly, responsible for upholding and further developing the traditional blade forging arts of the Almighty Shogun. The Kaidahara clan belonged to this class. But there came a time when some of these bladesmiths revolted and fled to Snezhnaya. Both the Kaidahara and Kamisato clans were held accountable for lax oversight and entered a period of great turmoil. We later learned that the whole misadventure had been secretly orchestrated by the Fatui. Attributing all of the blame to the Kamisato and Kaedahara clans was neither proper nor just. Considering Mr. Kaedahara has once more made an outstanding contribution to Inazuma, the Almighty Shogun believes he should not only be rewarded for his achievements, but also receive recompense for the excessive punishment borne by his clan in the past. In the interest of preventing further harassment of the Bladesmith clans by the Fatui, we chose not to publicly release the findings of our investigations into these matters. We trust you can understand why this was necessary.
This is a true honor. I am delighted to be in a position to receive the goodwill of the Almighty Shogun and the Shogunate at large. However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaedahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaedaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end. You will be able to lead a safe and prosperous life in Inazuma City with the Almighty Shogun's blessing and full support of the Shogunate.
Had basically left Inazuma behind, though.
I have grown accustomed to life among the elements. I fear I would no longer feel at home behind the tall walls of a stately abode. Yet my ancestors did indeed take great pride in the name of Kaedahara, and the art of blade making for which it stood. I do have a responsibility to restore their honor.
I sense some hesitation in your words. Should you accept this offer, I imagine many of the malicious rumors currently circulating through the populace will disappear.
Malicious rumors? All we heard on the way here was so much praise that we almost wondered whether there was another Kaedahara Kazuha in town.
Well, to some, the Muso no Hitotachi is something that can never be defeated. They cannot accept the idea that Mr. Kaedahara really parried the Shogun's strike. Also, eyewitnesses saw him using the power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaedahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
What? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail, and Kazuha still looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
And here we are with 3.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the Shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more quickly.
This is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought. It stands to benefit all of us.
Please allow me some time to consider. In fact, let us put this discussion on hold for the moment. Well then, what brings the two of you here?
Yikes! We nearly forgot about the most important thing!
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me? No, this puzzles me as much as it does you. My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally developed for blade testing. We undergo rigorous training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality. Over time, these techniques came to form something of a Kaedahara sword art, focused on blade testing, but with a full repertoire of combat forms. Those forms are quite different from the more practical ones typically used by samurai in battle. So it's hard to imagine that the similarity you speak of was coincidence alone.
All the more reason to watch your back. This guy was a serious nutcase.
Indeed. He sounds highly aggressive. Anyone he targets is at risk of serious injury, or worse.
In that case, I will send some men out immediately to search for him.
Thank you. I must say I am now very curious about this matter, and I will also need some time to consider your offer. I will first join the Traveler in investigating the one who attacked her, then give you a conclusive answer upon my return.
Very well. Please stay safe.
Come on. Let's go and track down your aggressor.
So far, I'm liking this. I'm liking this.
The detective agency knows the most about what goes on in town.
This is how
Let's see what Ryuji has to say.
we're about to meet Heizo through this, aren't we? I can already see where this is going. You're gonna meet Heizo through this. Actually, hang on. When did it say the Golden Apple Archipelago event was gonna start? Actually, hang on. I can just go to Paimon.moe. Timeline. 2.5 days? Oh, it's fucking Krungo, dude. It's Friday morning? Good God. Might have to spend earlier for Glee. Has my history refreshed itself yet? Nope, that's still my June polls. See, I did 15 polls there, right? Yeah, I did 15 polls, I think. So add 15 to whatever this total is. 45, 46, 47 pity is what we're at right now. How much money do I have? That would give me 20 more polls. That would get me up to 67 pity.
Take it easy.
Yeah, I'm probably going to spend, but not immediately. Not immediately.
Take it easy.
Hey there! Reba, do you know if anyone around here has been looking?
Aha! So this is the
You are too kind.
Oh? You were target. Mr. Kaidehara is current. To be honest with you, our detective agency has recently been receiving some of them were offering us millions of mora just to gather the information they want.
Millions? Of...
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy.
Of course. No matter what, we only take on legitimate cases. We don't make our money by revealing details of other people's day-to-day life just for the sake of it. Sorry, I got a little off topic. What I'm really trying to say is, it doesn't surprise me that a complete stranger is looking for Mr. Kaedehara. But I wouldn't know where to begin if we want to connect this with an assault.
Then let's put that connection aside for now. Have there been any other attacks or similar incidents recently that stand out as particularly unusual? The Tenryou Commission had very few leads.
It's true that the commissioners aren't clued up about every little thing that goes on. If anyone had been out there attacking people, that would be...
Uh-oh. Looks like the trail's already run cold.
I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere. Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents. There is no need to be humble around me. In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Don't worry, we'll find him.
It seems you are every bit the selfless hero they make you out to be, Mr. Kaedehara. Surely this same concern for your fellow man is what drove you to fearlessly raise your blade against the almighty Shogun.
You flatter me. Truth be told, I don't know quite what came over me in that moment.
You are much too humble. Don't worry, Oh, actually, let me tell you about it just in case.
Sure. During times like this, the more information we have, the better.
All right then. Recently, 2 people went missing from the city. One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The other, Amenoma Yuya, is a
Amenoma!
Right. Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the 2 grown men going missing at the same time. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me.
Sure, can't hurt.
Thank you, Ryuji. We'll start by making...
Sounds good.
Ah, if it isn't Kaedehara Kazuha. What brings you here today?
Ignore that.
You two know each other?
Yes, the Kaedehara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Goku after I returned to Inazuma. Yes, you may recall the story of the Raiden Gokaden from the Iridori Festival.
Alright, so this quest probably has different dialogue depending on if you were there for the festival or
Though
not.
all bladesmiths trace their craft back to the same source, over time, each of us has arrived. As an example, the Amenoma art strives to emulate the abiding patience and determination of water. There is nothing mystical to our work. There is only practice. As for the art of the Kaede...
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging, for only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades, but an Ishin blade chooses its owner. You are, without a doubt, the most worthy wielder of an Ishin blade.
You overestimate me. My actions are guided by my own personal sentiments, not by any noble aspirations on behalf of my clan. But let's get back on topic. We hope to assist with the investigation.
Ah, yes. He didn't say a word before he left, which is but I've done what I can so far.
We heard that there was a collector.
Yes. On the morning that Yuya went missing, I believe he went to collect the item from Mr. Nagato. Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have come. If I had to guess, it must... He's never
The
been
sword that he
particularly
saw the guy
interested in
holding.
blade forging. He is extraordinarily...
Truth be told, we have some information that you may find to be objectionable. The person we are looking, based on the evidence we have gathered...
What? No. Absolutely. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind.
Is that...
Yes. If there's one... But, with that said, I also cannot know what course of action he might... Anyway...
Don't worry. You have our word.
From the sound of that, Hyman doesn't...
Yes. It sounds as if something happened. Let's pay a visit to the not...
I swear to God, if one of these people has a fucking Haruhi reference in their name. I mean, Nagato. Okay, maybe that's just a random. I don't know. I want to see reference. I want to see that reference. I'll be honest. I got pinged again. Group chat. Ah, cute artwork. Nice, nice. Wow. Oh, this is the Nagato household? Okay.
I'm very sorry, but my husband has gone missing.
No, you misunderstand us. We are here to help with the investigation.
Ah, I see. I thought I'm sorry you have to see me in...
I'm afraid we don't have any new information with this in mind.
For example...
That's a long... He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me. Everything was fine when we first got met.
Uh-oh!
He lost his sense of restraint. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. He wouldn't sell them, wouldn't even touch them. I'm happy he has a hobby, and I'm willing to support him. On the last day that I saw him, I gave him an ultimatum. I said,
Whoa!
And that led to an argument.
actually, it didn't. Generally, you must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if after I said those words, he froze. His voice was so meek and pitiful
yes,
that
the sword
I felt an urge to
that
take
he was
everything back.
holding.
But then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen had I not indulged his bad habits? And I also don't know. The next thing I heard was that our warehouse had caught fire.
I see. Ame no Mayuya came to purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
At first, I assumed that, but my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine. I don't know.
I think it
He
was
just
the-
perhaps
I
he's
think it
too
was the
afraid to
sword.
come home now that all his collectibles. Even as
It's the
long as
cursed
he's
sword
willing
that
to
that
turn
guy was
over a new
holding.
leaf,
Please don't get upset. If collecting things is a habit that Mr. Nagato had, but the information we gathered from the other side suggests...
A little confusing.
Let's try a change of scenery. Rest assured, we'll know...
thank you so much.
Based on the information we've gathered so far, I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery. Do you have any thoughts?
Well, nope, never mind. Paimon's brain needs to rest for a while. Over to you.
Right. I very much agree with you. It seems highly likely that we're missing a piece of the puzzle. Working off what we know so far, the chances are that there is still some... One fact that I keep coming back to is that Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of the more I ponder it, the more puzzling it right. Although the time frame seems to broadly match, Ame no Mayuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker. Namely...
Darn! We thought we could get to...
Let's keep going. If we
It's
can
like
solve the
Anubis from
case,
JoJo.
both Mr. Amenoma and...
Okay, but
Let's head out of the city and check out the warehouse.
Like Anubis from JoJo, where, you know, it's a cursed sword that infects the wielder's mind, makes them violent. I think I have an idea of... I think that's where this is going. What warehouse? There is not a warehouse here.
Wait. I hear something ominous in the wind.
oh! This must be another one of those sounds that as sketchy as that whole thing seems.
Paimon, he
You
just
put
said
it
to
to
be
good
quiet.
use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beta.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent.
I hear an NPC approaching.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. Indeed. But we should remain vigilant.
So it's an
The force is definitely coming from down below. The source of the Tatarigami energy has long since left this place. But judging from the concentration,
This is gonna be because of his story
I would have
domain.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang.
it could well be that he was already under the influence, from what I've been told. But most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed. Mr. Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence...
So what should we...
Step back. I'll open the door and take... If we don't open this door, we can move no... You needn't worry.
Kazuha, she's saying that it's dangerous to go alone.
What's down there?
Everything's buried in debris. I can't see anything. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse.
That was too scary! Paimon...
All we can do now is keep searching in the direct... Two ordinary humans, entangled with the Tatarigami. I fear much misfortune. Yes, let's go. Quiet your mind and focus on what... Time to go. From this point, the trail appears to split into the main source of the Tatarigami energy continued on into the distance.
Whoa! Look at all those silly churls! They're acting really strangely.
Something seems to be drawing their attention. Let's take a closer look. The wind moves. Clouds high. The birds
Busted.
The fuse is lit!
It's...
Ugh! Look at this red stuff! What is it?
By the looks of it, a letter. Written on a piece of torn clothing. Well...
Spider on my desk.
According to this letter, a conflict arose because Yuya started the fire that destroyed the warehouse and wounded Mr. Nagato in the fight. Mr. Nagato kept...
So...
He was not only mortally wounded, but also under the heavy influence of Tatarigami. Add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and whatever traces there may have been of his fate beyond after this point. Yes, right, if Amenoma Yuya is attacking other people indiscriminately, then the longer we
Right! So let's get moving!
I wouldn't be surprised if he, too, fell prey for a practitioner of the martial arts. The easiest to... All the clues that at first seemed disparate and I have a hypothesis that, if it's correct, not all...
Wait! You think...
I believe so. But it's some... On with the search. Follow the wind.
Why here?
I'm not sure, but I'll... Show yourself! It's no use hiding anymore.
Him.
Kaedehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Aha! So it is the same guy from before! What's your problem, huh? What could you...
Indeed, there should be no enmity between us. But what if instead of facing Amenoma Yuya, we are in fact
Anubis.
facing the blade in his hand?
Now that you mention it, it is Whoa! Surely you don't mean... Are you serious?
Tatarigami energy often lodges itself. The blade has resided in Mr. Nagato's warehouse for many years. affecting his state, or rather, as a means to occupy Ame no Mayuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. Many, many years ago, I was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaedehara clan.
I presume it has something to do with the...
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. He was a bladesmith of great renown, a master of his craft. There was nothing that he could not... And sure enough, in the end, he achieved what he had set out to do. All of his life's work, his wisdom, his skill,
Created in
it
Snezhnaya.
culminated in his creation of me. He not only bestowed upon me the greatest of strength, but in her conceit, the Raiden Shogun lost not only the single most perfect blade in the The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary weapon. After the death of my creator, I decided to leave Snezhnaya and began my long quest to return to the distant land of Inazuma. Moving from what I seek but one thing. To face the full force of the Raiden Shogun's blade and prove my power. The might of Ishin art.
So tell me, what happens to those...
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them when they got tired, or injured, or unusable?
Hi,
I
I'm
hopped to
streaming
the
right
next
now.
one in line. All
Hi,
I
I'm
needed
streaming
them
right
for
now.
was to take me back to Inazuma.
You're awful.
That was a friend of mine.
After I returned to Inazuma, I decided to... At long last, I'm approaching my journey's destination. By Kaedehara Kazuha, you stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no... Now,
Into the wind!
Here comes the catch.
history!
Fire hazard.
Join me and sever that divine light! We shall rewrite history!
Wind knows.
So standing here, you're just like me? I had to.
Do not stand in my way.
Your bluff's fooling no one.
Lost. I can never lose, even if you defeat me here. He is but a puppet that can be... The end result is the same! And even if I were to lose my physic by any means necessary...
Your fighting style. It is indeed the forms of Ishin art, but from your movements, I sense only hatred and arrogance, as well as a thinly veiled mania and...
Really?
As I've mentioned, since the blade is currently possessing Ame no Mayuya's body, if you ask me, the mania is...
Are you trying to claim that I am held on his deathbed? He passed to me all of Ishin in that regard.
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are... Now that I've seen inside your mind, after all the time that's passed, you have grown weak.
Oh, that's right.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and Well, you were determined to fulfill your maker's ambition, whatever the cost. I think you realized your limitations long ago. The more you clenched your teeth and pressed forward, the greater your fear of losing it. But the way I see it, what began as an ambition has long since become a
The
delusional
difference
fantasy.
between visions and ambitions? I mean, between visions and delusions?
What would you know about any of this? I'm just...
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities, even if you were to sever that divine light. Is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding. How could you possibly unleash the full potential of Ishin art when you act in perfect discordance with the principle of harmony between a blade and its bearer?
Silence, you blabbering fool! I must achieve my goal. I will concede that you are most perceptive.
And you should face reality.
Easy for you to say. Facing reality offers me nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection.
The cursed blade's strength is currently very weak, and the power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the... Even if things take a turn for the worse, we have a chance here to save an innocent victim.
Your disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to now.
Kazuha?
This explains the screenshot.
I'm okay. I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected. I will.
What should we do next?
We find some enemy. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, if a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony if he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it.
Wait a minute! Paimon, since the Takasukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by...
All right.
What about Amenoma Yuya?
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently. Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in...
Are we sure this is a good idea? Okay, fine.
Yes, the same place where A's story quest took place. It's actually kind of apropos that we're going back here, I think. After all, her sword, her Booba sword, is known as the Muso Ishin state. So it's only fair that... Yeah. Yes, we're back here. And I guess Trial Kazuha's build is going to be much worse than mine. Oh.
Leave everything on this journey to me.
Let's get down to business.
Into the wind. One with nature.
To the berry. My lucky day.
The wind knows me.
As one with wind and cloud.
Obviously, that's
Finally,
How are you feeling? You okay?
I'm all right. The blade is performing largely as I expected. Having gone so long without proper use and maintenance, it's become very difficult to use. Though he's making every effort to persevere, I do...
Something else on your mind?
How strange. Let's keep going.
actually... Sure don't miss any other chests, actually. Hang on.
Time to go.
Second game, I need to make sure I didn't miss any chests. Oh, what's it? Of course they gave him 4-piece Noblesse Oblige for his demo, when his kit does not revolve around Noblesse Oblige. for anything that would make Nobles
Let's
life
get to
work.
business.
Time to go. One with nature.
It's my lucky day.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Seeing Kazuha is really fun.
Whoa! Something's up with the blade!
I can sense that his strength is slowly fading away. He cannot hold out much longer.
But what would that do to Amanome Yuya?
I will be careful with it. He's still trying to achieve his goal.
Let's look around
Time
for
to
any
go.
chests. Chests. Are there any chests in here? Oh, that's why the braziers are in here, so you can test out his elemental infusion. I see. That's very clever. Are there any chests in here? Does not appear so. Ah, okay.
Time to go.
Yeah, the weapon's description changed.
Clouds high. The birds call into the wind.
Are you okay? It looked like you were.
Yes. And it looks like he's...
The sheen's grown a bit dimmer again.
Perhaps this time we'll finally have a chance.
True form? What are you talking about? Huh? Is this the same blade as before? It looks like a piece of.
If you choose to continue in the state you're in, you wouldn't even be able to beat Samurai and Kairagi, much less the almighty Shogun. Maybe you did truly wield power to rival the Shogun's light when first forged. But the long journey from Snezhnaya back to Inazuma has left you battered and broken. It barely needs stating anymore. Your ambition is a flight of fancy. I've finally figured out why it was that you agreed to my bet. You wanted to reach a state of harmony with me. But regrettably, we are nothing alike. The only one who truly understood you had already passed away by the time you were born.
Huh? What's that?
There they are! Take them down!
Where do they keep coming? Yup! We can help this.
Don't worry. It's just...
Using a fillet blade. Okay.
One with nature.
Let me check skill. Oh, you see 3, okay.
That hurts!
Cheap tricks.
Into the wind. Falling leaves, adorn my night, one with nature.
You fought way better with your own sword.
You are a true Kaedehara in flesh and in spirit. Though we fought briefly together, you have seen me for who I really am. No one knew anything of my story throughout my travels, nor did I tell it to anyone. You are the first person to know the truth. I thought that if I could achieve Ishin harmony with you, perhaps there would still be a ray of hope for me.
But in this too, you have failed.
Indeed. No matter how hard I tried, too much time has passed. My physical state is poor, and without proper maintenance, yours is the blade that took on the Muso no Hitotachi. And what a magnificent blade it is.
Actually, this is just a generic blade that I picked up during my travels in Liyue.
What?
Forging and maintenance are both important for a blade, but they are not everything. This blade has traveled the land with me for many years, and we have formed a close bond during that time. Plus, in the moment that I most needed it, I received aid from another power. Skill, blade, determination, and desire. All these must be aligned in the practice of Ishin art. There is something else I must tell you. Though your maker may not have been aware, your ability to possess your own consciousness derived from the power of the Tatarigami. Tatarigami is a malevolence from the ancient past. Though you tried to cooperate with me while I was wielding you, the part of you
I sensed it, but I couldn't...
I resisted its temptations because I wanted to save Amenoma Yuya. But I do not know whether you yourself... I feel a great sense of regret for you. Since you embarked on the moment you embarked on this journey, you lost the only You have known this for a long time.
He gave me everything. My life, my form, my consciousness, and purpose. How could I possibly deny him his wish? I said to him, do not worry for me.
Aww.
I believe our bet is now settled.
Where are you going, Kazuha?
He now has neither the ability nor the motivation to cause further harm. When I touched the hilt for the first time, it's as if I was transported. A bladesmith lay quietly on the bed. A newly forged blade lay by his side.
Wow.
Indeed. While in exile in Snezhnaya, the bladesmith eventually learned the truth. He spent the rest of his life in the forge. He felt intense regret at being tricked by the so he
There's a
instructed
chest
this
there.
sentient blade to find a way back to Inazuma. All he wanted to show was that they once shone brilliant.
So that's what... After that,
Right. I believe the bladesmith might never have known
There's
that
a
the
chest
power
there,
he
let me
worked
grab
with
it.
was that this blade has committed unforgivable atrocities, but only because it lost its Yes. Time would not wait or stop because of his determination. While the world moved on, he seems to have calmed down.
When I look back at the past, I can remember the day of my forging like it was just yesterday. I once told him that I would pay any price to fulfill his wishes. Such was the debt I owed to him for giving me the gift of consciousness. But darkness and slaughter numb the mind. Not only did I fail to fulfill his ambition, I also defiled it.
You are finally seeing reality clearly.
Since we agreed to the terms of the bet, but I still cannot bring myself to forsake his so, may
hey! Now you're adding...
it has to be done in this order. At least hear what I have to say. And if you don't agree, I will still release Ameno. My physical form, as well as the knowledge I possess, should still be...
His attitude hurt. What do you think, Kazuha?
Let's do it.
Let's hear it.
Thank you all. When I was first forged, my maker was already terminally ill. He told me, alas, nor have I ever had... My fights were devoid of any noble meaning. You are a fine warrior.
Oh?
I will release Amenoma Yuya and restore... You must have plenty of reasons to both...
Understood. Then let's...
I see. He used my body. I utterly despise him and his actions. But since he stayed true, if a duel can help to set this state of affairs, I do not wish to be a mere victim in this story.
There's no need to worry. We'll...
Thanks for your help.
All right, then let's move on. More Ronin could appear at any moment. In any case, for a final duel...
do we have? Already back up to 55, okay. I imagine Musashi will have a fun time with yeah. Imagine Musashi will have a fun time dealing with boundary breaking that domain and possibly getting into the sections where A's story quest took place. That last door. Or beyond it, I mean.
Into the wind!
Quietly now.
Time for a light show!
One with nature! Time to go!
I like how those stacks work now. Remember those little quality of life thing I saw in the patch notes?
This reminds Paimon a bit of the Crux Clash. Yep, we still can't let our guard still. Are you ready?
Ready? Okay. All right then. Successor of Ishin art.
Successor of Amenoma art.
Honored to cross blades with you.
It is my honor.
The wind knows me. One with nature. Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me. One with nature.
Thank you for the experience. Although he appears battered and broken. In your hands, it seems he's regained a glimmer of brilliance. His sense of savage cruelty has completely faded away.
You also fought well. There are a few things that I shall leave him to tell you himself.
I must apologize to you for all that has transpired.
You need not seek my forgiveness. Nor do I have the right to forgive you on your victim's behalf. It is too late for all of that.
I do not wish for forgiveness. I only hope that you will see my transgressions as mine alone, and not... I strayed far from the straight and narrow path, but the Ishin art still has a worthy successor in Kaedehara Kazuha. I beseech you, please understand this.
Yes, I too trust.
Thank you, successor of Amenoma art.
This blade has also told me that he has another wish. Maybe we can go back there together.
What does he want to go?
I'm not sure, but I think that all this is about to come to an end.
Okay, even though it's not his best in slot, I'm still going to use it when I
Time
get
to
a
go.
level.
It's Yuya!
I am sorry to have troubled you. It's all thanks to them that I was able to return safely.
A prized Ishin blade. Considering their forging philosophy, this was indeed within the realm of possibility. This is a great pity. But I have some good news as well.
Really?
Yes. Badly wounded, but he will live. And now that Yuya is back, it's...
I think I know what you want to do.
What's wrong, Kazuha? Is the blade...
Yes. He said he wants to take
What? No, what?
He tells me that he's thought of another way to fulfill it. I have decided...
But...
Thank you. I will Okay. I am ready. Let us begin. Please, stay true to your promise.
Cutscene time?
My power is almost spent. Without him, my eventual demise is inevitable. But if I abandon the future to give everything I have in this moment, my physical form can be forged anew.
Everything? You mean...
Yes. The cost is my entire consciousness. You were right. There's nothing that I can accomplish now. But there's still a chance for Ishin art. Once remade, I will be a valuable resource for your studies. Ishin lives on, and its finest hour is yet to come. Even if I am not the one to prove its might to the Shogun, as long as it is an Ishin blade, crafted by Kaedehara hands, it will still fulfill his final wish. Thank you, son of the Kaedehara clan. Over the years, my real name has been forgotten by all. I'm ashamed to utter it, yet it remains strong in my mind. Kagotsurube Ishin. This name is now yours to keep.
Rest in peace.
So, that's why he said it had to be done in that order. His consciousness will disappear forever after fulfilling the bladesmith's wish.
Kagotsurube Ishin. It was the first time I ever heard his name. It seems like deep down he disapproved of his own actions, and thus chose to bury this name deep within his heart. Only in the final moments, before his consciousness faded, was he willing to entrust it to another.
Seems like he really wanted to fulfill his maker's wish.
The same fervent ambition that gave him the motivation to keep going forward also fueled the stubborn determination that blinded him to the path ahead. Speaking for myself, I'd rather see him recognize and atone for his mistakes. I understand. Perhaps hearing his wish to rival the divine light touched something inside of me. Just as the sight of those who fought to repeal the Vision Hunt decree did. Your quest to face the gods and trace your sibling inspires me in the same way. After everything I've seen, perhaps these pursuits fascinate me a little more than they should.
Oh, Kazuha.
I will continue to support you from this point on. Know that you will have my assistance whenever you need it.
Wait, shouldn't we all...
Oh, you're right. And it's also time to give him a response to the offer he made me.
Oh, damn it.
Into the wind. Time to go.
You've returned. I hear that the issue is the Tenryou Commission has already attended to the danger at the warehouse.
Wow, you sure
Then we needn't recount all the details again. Now, as to your earlier offer, I wish to give you my answer. Please take a look at this blade.
What's this?
Kagotsurube Ishin, a weapon crafted using a long-lost blade forging art of the Kaidahara clan. By means of a series of fortuitous events, I was able to recover and restore him. I also promised him that I will continue to study and pass on the secrets of Ishin art. And so, it looks like I will likely continue with my journey.
I see. I understand.
The Kaidahara clan has always been a family of bladesmiths. Were I to accept your goodwill, I may find myself embroiled in conflicts between the shogunate and Sangonomiya. That would not suit me.
You misunderstand.
I am aware, but
Very well, I can understand. However, if you should ever change your mind or find your...
Great. Thank you for your generosity.
Where will you travel to next, Kazuha?
As for my next destination,
Sumeru?
let's see where the wind takes me.
That's that. Use those things, okay. Alright. Looks so cool, man. Oh, let's go do Heizo's thingy. I knew you'd be going to Bantan Sango. For now, though, I'm gonna swap out you for you.
Give me a moment to compose my...
Alright, give you your artifacts back.
What if the Traveler is also unavailable?
Well, that's your problem. It was your choice to get into this. Oh, but fortunately for you, it appears your savior has just arrived. Well, it's not...
Songo, compared to the Traveler, you're the one who has too much free time.
No, I'm very busy. I'm busy standing here. I have to stand here all day.
Even if it's a commission you're unwilling to take, your excuse is just pathetic. Yes, that's why I've asked you to come over. A key member of the Tenryo Commission has recently gone. The Tenryo Commission has entrusted their name...
Kujosara.
If the General was really missing, the Tenryo Commission... Please ignore Songo's nonsense, Traveler. In fact, the missing person's name is Shikanoin Heizo. He works as a special detective at the police station. Although his rank is merely a doshin, he is quite competent.
Do they think he's more competent than me?
We get that you don't want to help Songo, but could you at least try not... Sorry, Traveler. As you can see, Songo's less than thrilled to be...
Nope. If you really want to know why, it's because I absolutely refuse to deal with that brat's nonsense. The only news that could make me happier than Shikanoin has gone missing would be Shikanoin has been missing for 100 years.
Needless to say, according to Songo,
Like a yappy dog that was constantly in the way.
Even so, I can't just ignore this case, even if Huh? I'm really hoping if Heizo truly is in danger, Great! We've learned that Heizo had it during the war. He apparently carried out some mission. I heard you have a good standing with Sango no Mi. Well, that...
Oh, Kokomi makes an appearance.
Oh, it's you! The captain of Swordfish 2? My name is... So his name is Shikanoin Heizo, huh? Yes, Her Excellency had assigned me to keep a close eye on him at the time, fearing that he would come to think of it. I believe he was recent...
Teleporting and more teleporting. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Come on, you guys. I'm nothing but a poor tourist with empty pockets. Please, you can just let me go. Well, well, look who it is. I was wondering who could be valiant enough to wipe the floor with these guys so easily. Turns out it was the distinguished traveler. Really, I can't thank you enough. Of course I was aware of you long... Though the Sakoku decree managed to keep the country locked up, it wasn't able to stop the incredible stories about you. Every day, all of those little stories would come scurrying over to my desk. Like, I was actually thinking about going to meet you once I got so excited I knew... The name's Shikanoin Heizo, Special Detective of the Tenryo Commission. I wish you all the best on your journey through Teyvat. Huh. I guess that means I've taken over as the main character in your story today. I've always heard that you take commissions from all so now it's my turn to take your help. That was already obvious to me, because that would be the stuff of an epic novel. The two protagonists of the story, the traveler from afar, heroic... Traveler, you are so dreamy.
This dude's flirting with me.
Unfortunately, though, I don't believe in coincidences. I'm a detective. Sounds like you already have some ideas about the work of a detective. Let me ask you this. What's that your little sidekick is holding?
Paimon.
What? Paimon's just... And hey! Who are you calling a little sidekick? like. Paimon was worried she might be in danger. Why are you two staring at Paimon?
Yeah, I'm also just taking a look.
She can look, but you can't.
Oh, come on. Don't be like that. After all, this is the first time I've seen a voice. I must admit, I'm most intrigued.
Huh? Voice? What are you talking about?
A vision is an external magical focus, right? Well, similarly, a voice is an external voice box.
Throw down the shade, man.
I've heard that the Traveler isn't very talkative, but given how chatty you are, you must be her voice, right?
Oh, fucking burned him, dude.
That sounds awful! Paimon's not somebody's voice! Paimon's emergency food!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No, wait! Paimon's so upset she can't think straight! Paimon is Paimon! How dare you give Paimon such a terrible nickname? We came here to rescue you, but you actually opened the cage yourself. You come out with it, mister.
Sheesh. For someone who says they don't want... Well, let me think. Kujo Takayuki, who was head of the Tenryo Commission at the time, but I had already grown tired of the guy for a while. So, as for the mission, I thought I'd just come... But guess what? The dream contained only one...
Oh, cutscene.
Something vital is missing on this island. Isn't that bizarre? Something vital has gone missing on this island.
Paimon bets it must be something delicious.
Of course you think it's food.
You know, because the soil of Watatsumi Island can't grow crops. There's...
Oh. Food. You mean the Great Serpent? Well, that's an interesting answer. But the Electro Archon hasn't abandoned this place. Interestingly, I didn't have the same dream again after. Some people believe that dreams represent the divines helping it. However, if you ask, it was my intuition telling me that there was something important. So I decided to accept this little commission from my intuition, and unfortunately, the investigation, who knows? I felt there was something peculiar. Nah, don't worry about it. These guys were just a bunch of small fries. So how would you like to partner up on this one? Yes, of course, I understand. But let me ask, well... Then it's probably nothing major. Most likely they're short on staff or something petty like that, and they happen to remember their model employee. So since we're already here, why don't we just... Once everything is settled, I'll gladly It's a deal then, partner. So, let's get started.
Ooh, what's the shiny thing? Oh, it's a Sango Pearl! Hey, isn't this crystal mirror?
Compelling gameplay.
So, have you found anything? Yes, I've found pretty much the same. And there really are a lot.
Aren't these all super expensive?
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Huh? What do you mean?
No, that's unlikely. Crystal marrow is a rare material. Here's what I think. Due to what... So, it's absolutely vital that they keep them under lock and... If we go ask around the Sanganami... Perfect.
Well...
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Captain, I see you found the...
Watatsumi Island sure is a beautiful...
You can stay as long as you like, granted you incidents of stolen goods. Troops have also been deployed to protect them, so...
That's strange.
Huh? You mean you...
Yep, and it's all Sango
Could there have really been a theft that hasn't been reported? He's responsible for the caravans and is usually in the...
Great. Thank you for all the info.
Hey, Traveler! It's been a while. I've missed you.
General...
You're dismissed, Shibata. You may...
Yes, General...
I overheard you discuss...
That's right! We found...
I see. So you've come to... I'm ashamed to say that... Yes, the caravans have been plundered. And not just once, I'm afraid. We had already dispatched additional forces to protect the caravans. Yet the crooks still managed to get away with the goods.
And you're concerned that if this kind of news were to get out, it would undermine the confidence of other caravans. So you didn't make it public?
That's correct.
Just a force of habit, real.
Oh, so you...
Actually, I've only heard of Detective Hazo.
Darn it. You're right. Now that you mention... It's a pleasure to meet you, General Goro.
Yes, it's a pleasure to meet you too.
Don't mention it. But, if the source of the problem is not addressed, I'm afraid this sort of...
Yes, of course. Not only have we reassured the affected caravans, but we also dispatched personnel to... The reports indicated that the stolen goods were being delivered to a merchant of the international... It all seems pretty unusual. We suspect that there are bigger players behind Godot, and that... But unfortunately, it would be difficult for us to investigate further, given
that Rito, the island where the International Trade Association is located, is not part of your territory, yes. They have clever...
I can see you catch on quickly, Detective Hazo.
It's my guess that you're telling us this because you're going to ask us to...
You're always thinking one step ahead. The recent end of the war, trade and commerce have now become an important component of Watatsumi Island's So, will you please help?
I'm willing to assist, but it all depends on what she wishes.
Great! With both Detective Hazo and the Traveler on the case, I'm sure it'll be... The situation is now in your capable hands.
All right, we'll take care of it. Very perceptive. See, let me ask you.
Huh?
My intuition tells me that
What? How could you say that?
Good people can be deceptive, too. Well, Sanganamiya's soldiers have been keeping an eye on me for the entire time I've been on but today he came out and met with us, and even commissioned us to investigate a case.
Maybe that's because the Traveler is here today, and Goro thinks she's more capable.
Just a tiny little fly. Don't worry.
Really? Huh. Then that makes things even more peculiar. A more plausible explanation is that the items we discovered... Then he put up a smokescreen to mislead us.
Whoa, are you
Actually, I sense something...
Something's...
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold it right there!
It's not that simple. I can't fully explain... Sure, I trust your judgment. It's simple. We should just investigate...
Oh!
Bingo. There's no time to lose.
Take it easy.
Over by now.
Todoroki, the shipment has arrived and is...
Good, let's go.
Hey, it's Todoroki!
Shh! Keep quiet.
Oh, great, a stealth bit. I'm not here, I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Man alive. We strayed too far and now we've lost it.
Fuck off. Oh, fuck off.
Todoroki, the shipment has arrived...
Good.
Hey, it's Todoroki!
Shh! Keep quiet.
Not here.
Your intel was spot on. When we arrived, the Nobushi were all still asleep. We captured them all, and the goods were...
I'll take a look.
It's nothing. Thanks to the efforts of your caravan, the price of grain in the village has decreased.
That's right. And who would have thought that the injuries we sustained during...
Things are improving thanks to the help from those up top. Make sure that it's confirmed tonight. I have to leave tomorrow morning after I go...
Don't worry. We've already...
Huh? The soldiers from Sangonomiya seized the Nobushi stolen goods? But didn't Goro say all the stolen goods were headed to the International Trade Association? Glaze lilies? What are these doing here?
And
Whoa! Ching's...
now's our...
This box is packed so... Huh?
So, did you find anything?
Whoa! Look at all the Chingshin!
These are valuable raw ingredients for producing medicine. If these few crates were to be imported, on top of that, these items seem to lack a tax clearance certificate. How about you? Did you find anything? Foreign Trade Association? I've never heard of such an organization in Rito. And if it's regarding foreign trade, then smuggling is an even more likely possibility. All right. In which case...
Huh? Who goes there?
Oh no! We've...
Huh? What?
Oh! So it's you, Captain. Captain, do you remember us? During the war, I was in the field hospital.
Hey, come on now. I gotta tell you, Captain, we all miss you. When we heard that you were coming here, we just assumed you were only going to see General Goro. We're fine. You don't have to worry about us.
No, you're not fine. Captain, according to the doctor, if it hadn't been...
You're one to talk. Don't forget why I fainted in the first place. It's because I heard that you got yourself killed by an arrow. Later, I found out that he'd been shot in the buttocks, and it was only...
What do you mean for nothing? I got shot not by one, but two, and because the arrows were poisonous, the wound still hasn't completely healed yet. I have to apply ointment.
Look on the bright side. At least we're still alive.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. But enough about...
These goods were all seized from the hands of Nobushi, and he mentioned there were bandits here and there, so...
By the way, Captain, you still haven't... Her Excellency recently announced plans to stimulate the...
Yeah, he's proven to be quite capable, even though he was just... And his two sons were also our brothers in arms.
So, as injured veterans, we've been reassigned... What do they call that again?
It's called changing careers, dummy.
Ah, right. Changing careers. Anyway, I think the whole caravan thing is wonderful. I can't even imagine trying to maintain and feed an army like we did during the...
I see. I think I...
Ah, I see. The captain's friend. Unfortunately, Masashi...
I'm pretty sure I've already got a grasp on what's going on. Are you still a little confused? Let me help connect the dots. This whole thing was actually quite similar to a case I once worked on previously. It was a case involving the trade of prohibited items, and they employed an old trick to execute the deal. The culprit would first go strolling down the street until they knocked over a pedestrian on purpose, using the opportunity to slip the prohibited goods into the unknowing pedestrian's pocket. Once the
Sir, please forgive us, sir.
Sir, what do I look like? A commission? First, I'm gonna need to ask you a few questions.
Sure.
The soldiers discovered many valuable goods in your camp.
Oh, the goods?
You picked...
well...
Be honest now. Tell...
Yes, sir. I mean, officer. We took those goods from a small... You see, the ship's guards all... But next thing we know, a group of soldiers arrives and we're...
You say that the merchant ship's guards fled with...
We just assumed they were scared witless and...
You really expect...
No, you gotta believe me. Just the other day, we scared off and I still remember seeing tons of Songo pearl. Unfortunately, a bunch of pirates came later and snatched those...
Wait a tick? Pirates?
Yep, no doubt about it. They came... It was like, boom, boom, thud!
A pretty...
Oh. Does this... Okay. And how about you? It appears that the situation is just as I suspected. Todoroki is striking a shady deal with a group of pirates, while General...
What?
Todoroki said that he'd be going to Sangonomiya early tomorrow morning to get Goro... Now is the time to address any doubts you may... Hopefully. My final the question of what... I can feel some connection to the question in Goro, Todoroki. Hopefully, we'll finally...
Because after midnight, I have to go all the way. We'll just be here for a sec.
Hello, Todoroki. I believe you've been manipulating large...
You can't just...
And what if I'm...
Ridiculous. I don't...
I'm off the scale, some goods only weigh... So the question is...
What are you trying... Masashi!
Huh? Who dares to cause trouble at some... Captain?
These crooks are trying to pry into this...
But, no. This is the captain of Sword...
It doesn't matter who they are. Remember what General Goro told you? A long-term goal. I don't care if they were your captain. Well? What do you... All right.
I really hoped it wouldn't come to...
Wait! Everyone, stand down!
General Goro! My apologies. Traveler, Detective Heizo. I wasn't telling you the truth. Todoroki, the Traveler here is the hero who saved Watatsumi Island.
How could you be so naive, General Goro? If we let them go free, then who's to say the Shogunate won't come after us tomorrow?
I wouldn't allow them to take you, Todoroki.
Let's not kid ourselves. If going to jail could solve the problem, I would go and turn myself... The question is, what are we going to do with the goods? Goro, we both know that Watatsumi Island is a barren land. Plant 100 radishes here and maybe only 3 would grow. And those 3 combined, you can't grow food or medicinal herbs here. My eldest son died fighting on the battlefield. But do you know how my second son... You awarded both of them medals of honor. But did that save their lot? No. If we detain them today, the Shogun... We will set them free once the new bill is passed in just a few months, and everything will be okay. None of what happened here...
I understand.
I can trust the Traveler.
It's a new commodity tax bill currently being drafted by the Kanjo Commission. The bill exempts taxes on goods that are in short supply on Watatsumi Island. Once the bill's introduced, we'll be able to buy commodities that we need from regular marketplaces.
Oh, nice. I wish I had known sooner. You know, until the bill...
Huh?
Detective...
You mean you're willing?
Come on, you two. What's with... You've been keeping me under close surveillance, haven't you? Surely you must... I believe that after the new commodity bill is passed, there will be... I have to take the opportunity now and enjoy this place while I still have it all to my...
Thank you, Detective.
My pleasure. But...
Oh, you mean there's some...
I suppose you could say I'm from the Shogunate, but the Traveler... As far as I know, she is planning to visit other nations soon, and I'm sure no one else will...
Well, it's settled then. She will always be an important partner to Watatsu.
I'll hold you to that. But if I have...
I'm... sorry for not... But today, I realized my poor judgment. How could I possibly hide any...
But... It's because of you that I was finally...
I understand.
Wait! Paimon gets this one! It's the answer to your question, right? The one...
What? The thing?
Hey,
Take it easy.
Hey, there you are. Come here, look. It's remarkable. To be honest, I am grateful. Even if I happened to find out what was going on here, I'm just sorry that I promised I'd accompany you back. It's all in the past now. Let's just chalk it up. Yes. Watatsumi Island is an ancient, but what the inhabitants of this land do have is bravery. They were correct. That missing element. That certain, which is the true vitality. I guess I was mistaken when I declared that something was missing. That something from this island had evaporated, and when water is heated by fire, it evaporates and eventually finds its place, and this is the final answer. You know, even though we just met, I wish you... But, of course. So I'll just keep doing what I can. That way, I'll always be able...
That all was one thing. Okay, I know Ito gets involved in this somewhere.
Something vital is missing on this island. Isn't that bizarre? Something...
Paimon bets it must, because the soy...
Oh. Interestingly, I didn't have the same... Some people believe... However, if it was my intuition, so I decided to... Unfortunately, the Who knows? Nah, don't worry about it. So how would you like to partner up on this one? Yes, of course, I understand. Well, so since we're already here, once everything is settled... in that case, I'll accompany you back to the...
That is the only fork this could have taken, right? Yes, it is. Oh, well, shoot. Hang on. There was something on Discord I accidentally clicked. No biggie. Now there's a fucking fly. tiny little thing. Which acts as my monitor.
Oh, look who showed up. Hey, listen, if you took any long...
You say that every time I come back. Wait.
Come on, would I ever lie to you?
What's that lady doing here?
Doshin Shikanoin, I see you finally returned. Please, enlighten...
Okay.
Don't give me that.
Actually, it's a case of...
We're the ones who brought Hazel back.
Brought him back?
Well, Madam Kujo-Sara, because shortly after, Ryuji returned to tell us...
Ugh, it used to be that the Tenryo Commission assisted others with disappearances. But it seems...
I mean, is it real?
Yeah, it was kind of weird, but it was...
Oh? Is that so? But since you're here, I'd like you to be Shikanoin's temporary supervisor. It'll be I'll be sure that the police station
yes!
Hazel seems...
You should thank the Traveler this time, Doshin Shikanoin. Otherwise... Here, take this letter of complaint. It's written against you. Please consider...
Huh? That can't be right.
You must not be...
No, it really doesn't add up. You two don't get it. Although, Madam Kuj, several leaders have risen through...
Then he must have gotten himself...
Well, Oh, and since you agreed to be my temporary... Would you mind helping me check what cases... Of course. But first...
Ito.
What? Not him again. Who would give a duck? Hazel talks fraud.
So, have you gone through the case? Oh, have they approved it already?
So, what is...
It's an anti-fraud public awareness event. Basically, think of it as a short play about fraud. We'll get a few people to perform...
Ooh, so it's a play? Paimon likes the sound of that.
Well, see, fraud is a major issue here. You have to understand that scamming the poor of their money is essentially robbing...
That makes...
It's hard to say. Preventing fraud... Maybe only a small number of people who attend the event, and even then, of the handful of attend... But if even only one person escapes the clutches of a...
Alright,
Great! I already have a couple candidates in mind.
Yeah, Miko is a scam artist, so the floor is made of floor. Got it. Now, wait, we're going to the shrine, right? Cookie doesn't.
Ooh, if we're going to the Grand Narukami Shrine, are you planning to recruit Miko for your play? She'd be really good at acting.
Well, I guess you'll have to wait and see.
Hazel, what are you doing here, you little brat? Oh, and... Don't play your...
You still know me best, cuz.
Please wait here.
Huh, so we're not here to see...
I'm flattered, but even if I wanted to...
Get the Traveler to ask...
Sayu?
Well, hello, Detective Hazo. It's been so long since you last came to see
she's
me.
got the mom
You
grade.
know,
God damn
it's
it.
cool to keep a girl.
Hey, community service isn't...
That's right. I was careless and found myself...
For the record, I'm not the one who...
Oh, come now, Detective Hazo. How would those Doshin have nabbed me if you hadn't provided evidence of my involvement and whereabouts?
So,
I'm here doing community service, of course. But in the end, they hardly reduced my sentence at all. Even after serving a lengthy prison term. So, don't...
I helped you get community service because you were credited with assisting the investigation.
Oh, come on, Detective Hazo.
Don't give me that. Listen, I'd like to invite you to the anti-fraud event I mentioned
Only 5 days?
5 days not enough?
Hey! That's a day less.
Oh, my mistake.
All right. And may I ask, will they also? No wonder you're treating me so coldly today, Detective
Etsu, now's not the time. If I hear you talk...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, now you do. Just be sure you're ready tomorrow. All right, on to our next candidate.
It's Ito. Yeah, we're going... Right, it's Ito. We all know it's Ito. Oh, that's him again. Oh, never mind, it's a different old guy with the same hairstyle and face.
Mr. Iba.
Oh, well, if it isn't Hazel.
Well, it's good to see...
All right, out with it.
I see.
You can forget it. I'm pushing 70.
Are you sure? You know, this event is very well... If you participate, she...
Huh? How did you know? Sure, I paid a hefty You're Hazel's colleague, are...
Well, it just so happens that Mr. Iba was a well-known...
Don't bring it up again. If I hadn't been... Fortunately, young Hazel...
Well, if Hazel was so...
He's not as innocent as he looks, you know. Anyway, I...
Ah, man alive. What should I... I'm sure it'd be beneficial for everyone. She...
You...
Come on now. How could I have known that you'd refuse to...
Why, you...
So you'll join...
What choice do I have?
The world needs you to step up.
All right. That...
Well then. Now, we don't want someone too clever for this role. Otherwise, they...
Not...
Oh yeah, I know that guy.
Well, we did just see a file called The Prince of Mischief in Hanamiza...
All right then. Oh, but knowing his reputation, I'll need to bring a little something along.
There's the man.
How about that, kiddo? My little Prince of Mischief's got some moves, huh? Guess that means you're owning.
Ito! What are you...
Huh? Oh, Paimon, my compadre. This... What? No, it's not... No, it's nothing like that. They let me look after their Oni Kabuto, just for a little...
You win some, you lose...
That's right, my little guy. Good attitude.
There's just no helping this guy.
Oh, an anti-fraud event? Oh, except that there's this Oni Kabuto Battle Royale tomorrow. And, as you can see, my Prince of Mischief has a pretty good chance of...
Do you think all of those Oni Kabuto together would be a match for my one?
Huh? Whoa, what this... What is this? How'd it get so big? What are you feeding this thing? Look at those beautiful demon stripes, those razor-sharp horns.
This is a small token we provide for VIPs.
Whoa, okay. Wait a sec. You look familiar. And furthermore, do Oni Kabuto really come in this? Because the more I think about it, the more I'm inclined to think that you're a Yeah! You lost to me in a previous Beetle battle, and now you're trying to get the reigning champ out of the way. Am I right or am I right? Nice try, you little punk.
Okay. Then again, consider this. If your Prince of Mischief isn't competing, what's the point of me taking part?
Well,
So, you're sure?
Yeah, see? He was already...
Then allow me to introduce myself.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I remember now. No, listen, Hazel, hombre, did you apologize to them? You can lose like a man.
Ito!
What? Oh, jeez. What's wrong with me? How could I? You're the guy who sells lavender melon.
A lavender melon seller?
I know what I saw, okay?
Yeah, that was me. But it was only because your assistant, Kuki Shinobu...
What? So, Shinobu was behind it?
Look, we're getting hung up on... And if you show up...
Deal! Done! But,
You'll have all the time in the world to inspect the real...
Okay, sure. Because if I'm doing this, I'm bringing my...
He sure picks his moment.
Okay, so for this event, you, my, bro... We'll be participating in a short anti-fraud play along with... The main thing we ask is that you just...
Script? It sounds like someone's never seen the Arataki gang perform before, huh? Don't you worry, hombre. The Arataki gang is a little beyond the need for scripts.
You, don't need a script?
You bet. I'll be there. I'm gonna...
This can only go well. I did? Oh wait, never mind. Right.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
It's almost time. Everyone ready? All right.
Oh, I can't wait, Mr. Hazo.
Okay, good. Camera is still rolling.
Let's get going, Hazo.
Emperor Onikabuto, hang in there, you're up.
It takes years to make a fortune, but only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Welcome to the first Hazo Talks Fraud. I am your eponymous host, Hazo. Okay, I'm delighted to have you all. To help everyone avoid becoming the victim of scam artists themselves, please join me in welcoming to the stage Miss Etsu, Mr. Iba, and the venerable gentleman, Mr. Arataki Ito. Without further ado... It was just another bright sunny day when a distressed Miss Etsu brought her elderly grandpa, Iba, into the police station to report a crime. There, they were greeted by a kindly Doshin, surname Arataki.
Doshin Arataki, please help!
Doshin?
Perhaps for want of familiarity with the script, a confused look creeps over Doshin Arataki's face, and he asks himself that age-old question. Who am I?
Yes, you are...
Oh, so I'm... Ma'am, can you tell who it was?
I don't know. It was too late when I found out. They took all of my...
Doshin Arataki frowns as he realizes...
I am the right
It's the almighty Shogun!
But this is a scam, surely.
Well, I sure thought so, but...
Well, then we gotta get it back.
Before I could go out to look for it...
Doshin Arataki takes the note.
I am Miss Hina. I am currently raising funds to publish a photo book.
It's Miss Hina.
You're right, Gramps. Is 300,000 mora enough? I can spare some too if we need to make up the difference.
It's a scam, Doshin Arataki! Snap out of it!
Oh, right, yeah, no, yeah, because if Miss Hina needed funds, she'd come to me first, as her number one. These con artists don't know.
Well, anyway, not long after Grandpa handed over the money...
Doshin Arataki grabs the note.
I am Arataki Ito. I was recently framed for a crime I totally did not commit, and now I'm stuck here in prison. I am in urgent need of 500,000 mora as bait.
Must be a scammer, surely.
Wait a minute. This is a...
you...
Doshin Arataki follows Miss Etsu's gaze to the name tag emblazoned on...
What kind of whack job script?
So...
No way, not a chance. Arataki Ito would never ask innocent people for mora in order to post bail. Whoever wrote this is a liar and...
But just as Doshin Arataki is being overcome with righteous indignation...
Miss Etsu, don't you worry. We're gonna catch the people who did this.
Even if you do catch them, how are...
Onikabuto? Wait,
Oh, well, Grandpa is a major Onikabuto breeder in our village. We recently received an order that was too big for our current capacity. We were planning to expand Grandpa's facilities, but then we were swindled at... right after we'd signed the contract.
Man, what's that saying? It's like,
Etsu, my dear, don't worry. I'll sell the house if I have to.
But then where will we... Please help us, Doshin Artaki. Oh, Grandpa's business is going very well.
I won't hear of it. As a public servant, I would never dream of taking...
I was going to say, but...
Oh, so that's what you were, yeah. No, it's not as enticing. Because if it's more than, say... What? 10,000?
Please help us. As long...
10,000 Onikabuto.
Doshin Arataki is struck by a sudden wave of pure elation.
Missetsu, don't you worry. I'm gonna... But 10,000... As a Doshin of the Tenryo Commission, it is my...
That's great news, Master Arataki. What question is that?
The question is... Yo, Heizo, my hombre, question for you. What's my character's salary in the script? Oh, also, ahem.
Faced with a damsel in distress, Doshin Arataki fights to remain level-headed and asks that other age-old question. Where's my Mora? Suddenly, he feels a strange compulsion to slide his hand into his pocket where, it turns...
Whoa, check it out! A check for... Missetsu, get this. Turns out...
Thank you so much!
Doshin Arataki stretches out his hand. But wait! Just as he is about to hand... All he needs to do now is release the check.
Master Arataki!
Wait, what?
Doshin Arataki is having second thoughts.
Huh?
A spark of intuition bursts.
Since this is an anti-fraud...
Is he about to ask the...
I got...
This is it. Here...
Does a Doshin really get paid this much? 500,000 Mora. I don't know, seems pretty fishy.
As the spark of intuition flickers and threatens to fade, Doshin... Traveler, are you going to...
Aha! Etsu and Iba! So that's... You two are the scam artists. You put on this damsel in distress and elderly... Then you dangled the bait in front of me, waiting for me to bite. It's too good to be true, and you got a lot of nerve trying to scam a Doshin.
Finally, with the help of his intuition and a little guidance from beyond the void, Doshin... Not only that, but he asked a critical question. Who in... I ask you all, is there such a thing as free Oni Kabuto? Free... All right. Remember, it takes years to make a fortune, but only a moment to lose it all to a scam artist. Thank you. Stay alert, everybody, and see...
So, how's my acting? I think I did just fine with...
Hello? Was that him?
Right, yeah. But I pretty much knew off the bat that something fishy was about to go down, so, it was just a matter of time before I saw right... Seriously, oldest trick in the...
Old tricks they may well be, but the reason they've stood the people who are behind on the times, naive, socially isolated, or have cognitive deficiencies. Just because they don't always get noticed doesn't mean they're not there. Scammers cast a wide net. Sure, maybe 10,000 fish will escape, but they only need one catch for them to win and for us to lose.
Well, no more losing from now on. Not with me here to protect everyone.
Don't...
music to... Oh, look, hey, bud, move.
It's a figurine, so not the moving kind.
What? A figure?
Man alive, you seem a little surprised. No, surely not. Ito, old chap, really?
You little punk! Give me...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. What time is it? Oh, it's 10:55.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation.
It's almost time. Everyone ready? All right.
Oh, I can't...
Let's get going.
Emperor Onikabu.
It takes years to make a... Okay. To help everyone please join me and Miss Etsu, Mr. Iba, and the venerable gent. Without further ado, it was just an
Doshin Arataki!
Doshin?
Yes!
Oh, ma'am!
I don't know. It was too late when I found out. They took.
Doshin Art.
I am the.
It's the almighty.
Well, I sure.
Well,
Before I could go up.
Doshin Art.
I am Miss.
It's Miss Hina.
You're right, Gramps. Is 300,000 more?
It's a scam, Doshin Arataki! Snap!
Oh, right, yep.
Well, anyway.
Doshin Arataki.
I am
Must be a.
Wait a minute.
Doshin Art.
What kind of whack?
So.
No way, not a chance. Arataki Ito wouldn't.
But just as Doshin.
Miss Etsu, don't you?
Even if you do catch the.
Onikabuto? Wait.
Oh, well, we recently received an order that was too big for our current capacity. We were planning to expand Grandpa's facilities, but then we were.
Man, what's that?
Etsu, my.
But then, please help Grandpa's business.
I won't hear of it.
I was going.
Oh, so that's what you were. Yeah. No, it's not as enticing. Because if it's more than
10,000.
What? 10?
Please help us.
10,000.
Doshin Arataki.
Miss Etsu, don't you worry. I'm gonna help, but 10,000 as a Doshin of the.
That's great news. What question?
The question is. Yo, hey.
Suddenly.
Whoa, check it out! A check! Miss Etsu, get this.
Thank you so much.
Doshin Arataki. All he needs to do.
Master Arataki.
Wait.
Doshin Arataki is having second thoughts.
Huh?
A spark of intuition.
Since this is an
Is he about to ask the most.
I gotta ask.
This is it.
Does a Doshin really get paid this much? 500,000 mora. Enough to get an Electro Archon out from a hostage situation, then go pay for Miss Hina's publishing costs. You telling me the average. I don't know, seems pretty fishy.
Hazel!
Traveler, are you
Follow my heart. Two innocent victims, Miss Etsu and Mr. Iba, come to a. There's only one possible explanation. With this fake check for 500,000 mora, I almost swindled Etsu and Iba out of 10,000 Onikabuto. The last. My mind is blown. Miss Etsu, I'm afraid I can't let myself give you this fake check.
In the end, Doshin Arataki listened to the voice of his heart and narrowly avoided being defrauded in his own unconventional way. But regrettably, he failed to ask the critical question. Who in their right mind would give away I ask you all. Thank you all for watching. Don't get greedy and you won't be...
Wait, my man.
Maybe someone should have read the script. Miss Etsu and Master Iba were the scam artists. Duh!
What? Huh? Well, darn, I can't believe they got me.
Well, you still managed to protect your...
Yeah, but...
Guessing it wasn't your first time.
It was such a...
The trick is a common one for a reason. But don't...
But how am I gonna protect my game?
Don't blame yourself, old chap.
You too, hombre?
Oh, no, it's the truth.
Wait, what?
That's just it.
What? A figure?
Yeah, and it's all my fault. I was duped by the Onikabuto vendor's false advertising.
So you really were conned? Gotta say, although I didn't get my maybe I'm sharper than I'm giving myself credit for. Hey, by the way, compadre, looks like you're the only... But you better watch out. I want you to have this figurine. As a reminder, I hope that whenever you see it, you'll remember...
Yep, that's right.
5 more promos, which means we need to finish that tonight.
Take it easy.
So, have you gone through... I was hoping I wouldn't have to drag you into this, but it's just...
Alright then, tell us about...
It's from Sango, the president of Bonton's... You can say that. Sango's complaint letter accuses me of abusing my power for personal gain and blatantly concealing the truth behind the
Concealing the truth?
Hey, don't judge a book by its cover, alright?
Welcome back, Mr. Hazo. I'm glad—
Maybe next time, Ryuji. Seems like somebody's been expecting me.
Well, well, look who it is. The great I've been worried about you, you know. So—
Uh-oh. They're at it again.
Let's not waste the...
Fine by me. My request is simple.
First of all, that case has already been solved. Second, I've disclosed everything the police station has on...
Enough! You can only fool Ryuji with that. If you don't want to cooperate, I can assure you that I will write more letters to the headquarters.
Wait! Hold up!
Several years ago, a terrible murder took place in the police station. Due to various factors, I was deemed to be the top suspect. Also, Hazo wasn't a part of the police station back then. He was a detective at the agency. Which at the time was called the Bonton Sango and Hazo Detective Agency.
Huh? That's crazy!
After the incident, I was quickly convicted and sent to prison. Fortunately, Sango—
But that murderer was actually just a dummy to throw us off, am I?
Sango thought that everything went smoothly. So much so that she suspected the real murderer was someone else. Later on, he decided to join the police station to continue his investigation on the inside.
Ha! That's what I thought too. I was foolish enough to believe that but I was wrong about him. He has no sense—
Come on, stop First, I joined the police station long after that murder case happened, and it had nothing to do with any inside investigation. That's just somebody's wishful thinking. Second, purely out of curiosity, I did investigate the case later from within the police station. My conclusion was that the suspect Sango had caught was in fact the real murderer. And lastly, when Sango didn't buy my conclusion and asked me to disclose all related—
He's lying right through his teeth.
That's it. I want this to end once and for all. If she's willing to help re-examine the case and arrives—
Whoa.
Unless you don't trust the
It's not about whether the traveler's trustworthy.
The thought—
You have to swear that you will not mislead the—
No problem.
Well, traveler, are you willing to help me with this?
Sango!
Money is valuable, no doubt. All right. You hear that, Detective Shika?
All right, I got it. Come on, let's go back to the...
Getting a little tired, but it's okay. Live for almost 3 hours. God, I've streamed for over 4 hours today. Look, there's just been so much content. This is only part
Alright,
one.
hang out here for a sec. I need to go to the Ark. For now, why don't you go and chat with your— No, you misunderstand. You're the only one I can think of who Sango would ever believe. Sure, she's just writing complaint— Alright, I'll go get those case files.
Take it easy.
Oh, hello there. The Ryuji case. That was several years ago now, but especially when the victim was the head of this police station. His name was Takatsukasa Isamu, the younger brother of Takatsukasa Susumu, head of the Takatsukasa. He was really one of a kind. Decisive. I'm sure he would have gone far in the Tenryo Commission. If only he was... People will believe anything they hear. Everyone in the police station knew that Ryuji was an orphan, you know. Before he joined the station, he had been taking odd jobs here and there. Ryuji was simple and not particularly bright. He's also hardworking. Isamu must have seen Ryuji worked with him for years after that, and was even promoted.
So, then why was Ryuji convicted?
Well, here comes the interesting part of the case. Within a week, and before all the loose ends had even been tied up, Ryuji received, moreover, it was signed.
What? Why would Sora do—
I'm getting older now and...
Hey, come on, Yoriki Owada, there's nothing to...
You can't just go around saying things like that, Wisuki. Those were just hearsay. There was no...
That's not true. Traveler, you may be unaware that Takatsukasa Isamu was the key figure for the Takatsukasa clan to bring down the Kujo clan. So, naturally, the Kujo clan saw him as a potential. Takayuki is able to control the Takatsukasa clan as long as he's in power. But by the time he retires, Isamu would have been at the apex of his political power, while Masahito and the two of them wouldn't stand a chance against Isamu.
You youngsters and your...
No, it's true. It's the only way to explain it. Otherwise, why would... They had to find a scapegoat to pacify the Takatsukasa clan. I'm not accusing.
What do you know? I'm sure the guy was a forensic expert who worked in the station named Shiroyama. I have to admit, he wasn't... That Sango really is something, though. She caught him without even breaking a sweat. It turned out that after poisoning Isamu, Shiroyama secretly took the poison to Ryuji's place in order to frame him. Later on, the poison was also found in the forensic office, but that was already after Shiroyama's death.
That's right. He hung himself in the forensic office not long after Sango was on his trail. Probably. Of course, he didn't admit whether he had been prompted by Kujo Takayuki. He took the responsibility alone.
There you go again, pulling conclusions.
Listen, I can almost guarantee that it was the Takatsukasa clan who invited Sango. So, they were suspicious of the Kujo clan and invited Sango to take the case. However, the Kujo clan were still a step ahead and were able to remove themselves from the situation. With Shiroyama dead, there was no one left to testify.
You make up stuff.
Hey, that's their...
Hey, I brought the files. I bet you got quite an earful just now, huh? So what really matters is the case files. Remember, you may find many clues during an investigation, but not all of them are useful. And in some... Also, if a clue cannot corroborate anything on its own, you can always compare it with other clues, and maybe... Okay, that should just...
hold on!
Usually, you need to find two things from these clues. A proven motive and proven means. All right, you can go ahead and get started now. So, what did you... Sure, let me know once you...
Yikes! come to think of it.
There's a part of my PS3. So that's where that black square went.
Hey, this is the key to proving that Shiroyama was the murderer, right? Takatsukasa Isamu seems like a Wow, Ryuji's convinced. So Shiro... A synthetic... Huh? That's weird. There's nothing here!
So, what did you find? Really? You found the criminals... What clue reveals the... Excellent work! According to the victim's message, the two had deep conflicts. Although we cannot confirm whether the poison had been requested by the victim or not, it is true that Isamu used Shiroyama's family to blackmail him. Such circumstances could be enough.
But wasn't Takatsukasa Isamu good to Shiroyama? He even went to Shiroyama's house to bring health supplements. But maybe he didn't really bring health supplements.
Is that what you think, Paimon? Well, but if you consider the circumstances, what he sent wasn't important. What was important is that sending the supplements was actually a dangerous signal. Isamu was essentially implying, I can put anything in your wife's supplements at any time. If you really care about her safety, then get me what I want.
So scary!
You don't really catch criminals, but basically these two clues work to verify each other. Next, which clue can... So, what did you... Sure. Let me know when...
Yeah, I need to go back through these. Unused poison.
Wow.
Just missed that part. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing.
Huh?
Next, so. Bingo! The autopsy report confirms that the cause of death was a special toxin. The testament indicates that Shiroyama used his position as a forensic expert to mix the toxin into the cold medicine taken by the deceased. But is that really the truth? Well, according to the toxicology report, this white powder only dissolves in water. Neither rice nor the fish liver paste could be used as a carrier of putting the poison elsewhere would not only fail to guarantee a lethal...
Add that to the motive for the crime and...
Yep, pretty clear cut, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's pretty clear cut.
Oh? Well, what's bugging you? This also puzzles me. But regardless, this isn't essential. The crucial elements are Shiroyama's Maybe the report was wrong. The International Trade Association is a gathering place for merchants from all over. Very nice. Top marks for attention to detail. It doesn't have any real bearing on the case, but let me explain how that works for you. So, why would Madame Kujo-Sara sign one convictions? You may have heard some rumors back at the station that when this case first came up, the Kujo clan higher-ups were in dire need of a scapegoat to keep the Takatsukasa clan off their backs. In less than a week, the conviction was drafted, sent to Madame Kujo-Sara, and signed. Alleged, but anyone who buys this story clearly doesn't know that much. So, how would she respond?
Oh!
Exactly. Before she signed it, Ryuji escaped a disastrous fate without ever realizing it.
Why was Sara so...
That's the wrong question. This wasn't about Ryuji, but Madame Kujo-Sara's principles. The conviction could have been for a Ryuji, a Guji, heck, even a Tanuki, and she would have made the same decision. Given the enormous pressure she was under at the time...
Pressure?
The pressure came from all sides. The deceased was the leader of the police station and the rising star of the Takatsukasa clan. How this became reduced to the unimaginative rumor that Madame Kujo-Sara convicted Ryuji under pressure from...
Ugh, rumors...
Fortunately, Madame Kujo-Sara works in an open and just because she has never publicly clarified the truth doesn't mean she was hiding anything. So when I asked her about it, believe me, in this case, more than... Well, I've answered all your...
Paimon still feels like something doesn't add up. But...
I don't follow. And...
Huh! Right!
You tell me. Why do I... I was starting to think our investigation was about to end a little early. You're absolutely right. There is other information that the... Why was the research log from the Office of Forensic Science blank?
Aha!
Don't you have...
No?
Let's talk somewhere else.
Take it easy.
This is a quiet spot. All right. Here's the secret I've been...
Great!
It's not like you think. Look, just read it over. Finished? The method used by the perpetrator to commit his crime wasn't by putting the white powder in the cold medicine. That's correct. The white powder was Shiroyama's invention. As a forensic doctor, he provided a special cold medicine for Takatsukasa Isamu. The autopsy report showed that this medicine Then, he tricked Ryuji into sending fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu. When the two substances were taken together, a toxic dose of the substance formed in his body. This is the real modus operandi.
Oh, that's awful. One was medicine, and the other...
True, both are harmless on their own. It was not him who wanted to hide it, but...
Huh. You mean...
Aren't you curious where It was in Kujo Takayuki's secret warehouse. After I found the missing pages, I did some digging around and found the Kujo clan secretly provided Shiroyama with... Of course, I had only learned all of this after the Vision Hunt decree came to an end. To avoid coming under suspicion, I found a huge stash of fish liver paste in a secret warehouse. Nothing. I had to concede that this really But then, underneath the floor tiles, where the fish liver paste was stacked, I found a secret compartment with this torn off
So it was him who wanted to frame Ryuji all along.
Let's review the whole case from the top. First, Takatsukasa Isamu, for whatever reason, noticed Shiroyama's talent as a forensic doctor and asked him to develop a special poison on his behalf. But Shiroyama was already working for the Kujo clan, so he refused. Takatsukasa Isamu wasn't about to take no for an answer, and that's where things took a dark turn. He twisted Shiroyama's arm by making a veiled threat to harm his family. All Shiroyama could do was to secretly report everything to Kujo Takayuki. When Takayuki learned what was happening, he instructed Shiroyama to pretend to cooperate with Takatsukasa Isamu, then kill the latter with the white powder once it was fully developed. Meanwhile, Ryuji's only role in this case was to deliver the fish liver paste to Takatsukasa Isamu on Shiroyama's orders, completely unaware of the fact that he was being used as a pawn and that this was a key ingredient needed to create the poison. After the incident, Kujo Takayuki hoped to make Ryuji the fall guy, until the death sentence was stalled when it reached Madame Kujo Sara. In the meantime, Sango had begun her own investigation. Kujo Takayuki grew nervous that the truth would get out, so he threw Shiroyama to the wolves, hounding him to death and erasing all traces of contact between the two. And yet, he wanted to keep this secret formula, so he hid it. Greedy guy, that Takayuki. He must have wanted to have it on hand just in case he needed to employ it again in the future, and make someone else disappear.
This Kujo Takayuki is an evil lunatic! We've gotta...
That would be practically impossible. One research log found in his warehouse doesn't prove it. Besides, Ryuji directly contributed to Takatsukasa Isamu's...
But he's...
Legally speaking, the judge would most likely rule that it was accidental.
So basically...
Mental trauma doesn't heal as easily as physical. He's like an innocent child. He freely gives his... I'm pretty sure that to this day, he has never paused to wonder whether Takatsukasa Isamu... or why I left the detective agency. If he found out the facts about Takatsukasa Isamu, to prevent Ryuji from getting hurt, did I do the right thing? I couldn't turn to... Even if I tried to discuss it with them, they'd just say, don't be... But you're different. You've traveled far and wide and have had all kinds... Most importantly, my intuition... So... I'd like... Oh, you don't need to tell me what you decide, and you... All right, let's head back to the detective agency.
Hey, Traveler! Hey, you're back already, huh?
We'd love to!
No matter what you were able to find, it's all in the past and won't ever change. So I think we'd better chow down first. Besides, if Sango's not happy...
Come on, Ryuji, pipe down. Let's hear the Traveler's...
Okay.
Don't worry. Just tell us your findings.
Well, what do you know? I suspected that was the case. Please rest in peace, Master Takatsukasa.
No! Impossible! Traveler! Ugh! No, you little...
Songo, no accusations without...
The truth is out and the case is closed, Song. Well, I really owe it to you, Traveler.
Hey! You're not go...
Navigating the world is a whole lot.
Hey, Traveler! You're back already, huh?
We'd love to!
No matter what you were able to find, it's all in the past and won't ever change. So I think we'd better chow down first. Besides, if Songo's not happy with the results, we might not have anything to eat later.
Come on, Ryuji, pipe down. Let's hear the
okay.
Don't worry. Just tell us your...
But how? How could this be?
Huh. So, that's what really happened?
Ryuji, I know it's hard to accept, but...
Wait a minute. Sorry, I have quite the stomach ache.
Sure, of course. I didn't expect things to turn out like this.
Just give him some time to himself.
I'm still a little worried, though.
Then we'll go to him. Don't you worry about that.
Ah, you're here. Don't worry. I guess he can handle a lot more than I had thought. But as of today, it seems he went over to Natsuke Nogen Crafts to buy...
Let's go find him then.
Before you go...
Oh, really? All right.
I didn't think this detective agency would be so involved with things. Goes to show, everything is important. Every little detail. Sometimes.
Look! There's Ryuji! With a little kid, too! Is he buying our toys? Uncle Ryuji, was my daddy handsome?
Of course. Takatsukasa Isamu was a
Wait, you look so old.
Well, I'm still your brother.
Huh?
Because he treated me like a
Huh?
We're friends with your big brother Ryuji, and with...
Oh, really?
Sure. Why, I know enough stories about your old...
Wow, that's amazing! Well, yep, I'm gonna wait until I'm 300 years old before I become a grown-up.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
Again, crafts. We can make things other than sculptures as well.
Beyond off the night with one more pull. It's a well, folks, that's gonna do it for tonight's stream. I really need to go to bed. And there's no extra content for me to play right now, so yeah. I've streamed a total of almost 5 hours today. Fuck me, I'm exhausted. So yeah. See you in the next one.